Hey guys, I just got in my addiction palettes 1, 2, and 3. Yes, maybe that's a little bit much for some of you. Maybe you wouldn't be buying all 3. I had to have them. I was at convention when they announced them, and I knew right then and there that I needed all 3. And then when I saw that you can buy them in a set of 3, it was a done deal. Period. End of story. I know, maybe it's a lot. I don't care. I needed all of them, and I am thrilled to have all of them. So what I thought I would do for you guys today is just do a quick little run-through demonstration of these colors and just kind of show you what's in each palette and help you decide between the 3 of them, or maybe you're like me and you're going to need all 3 too. Probably so. So I'm just warning you. Fair warning now. Warn your husbands now. Okay, let's start with addiction palette number 1. This is our warm tone palette. So this has got a lot of the browns and the goldens and like kind of brassy colors. So beautiful. This is my by far favorite palette. This is the one that if I had to choose just one, this would be it. Although I couldn't choose just one because, oh my gosh, they each have specific colors that are just like, oh, those are a must-have. Maybe I could deal with not having a couple of them, but I have to have that color. And each palette has that, so good luck choosing. So let's just get started. So the first color in this palette is the color Elated. It is a creamy bone color. It's matte, so it's perfect for your all-over base color, even for a transitioning color when you're really blending in a different, into that crease or the brow, or just, you know, transition color, if you don't know, is a color that you use before you're about to blend in a different color that just helps your eye already have some product, help the brush move back and forth with more ease, and also helps put a color barrier so that you don't just go from, you know, white, stark white to dark black. There's an in-between. You can use the in-between color to kind of just blend that harshness, take away that harshness. Anyway, the next color is Sincere. This is such a pretty color. It's like taupe, but it's got, it's pearlescent. I don't know what the word I'm using, but we're just going to call it pearl, which just means that the shimmery component has just been like ground into a fine powder. So it still catches the light and you can get some shimmer, but it's not like disco ball shimmer where there's actual flecks where you can see. You know, sometimes when the really shimmery pigment or eyeshadow, it can fall and you can actually see like almost glittery specks. That's not like this. This won't happen like that. This is like mixed into the color. It becomes just its own thing. I am a huge fan of the pearl. I just love it. It's just that perfect in between matte and shimmer, and it just, ooh, I love it. Okay, so back to like describing this color. Very like taupey, kind of has a gray undertone, almost even like a slight hint of like khaki green. You know how khaki has that little bit of like green, brown, tan, you're not really sure, just that its own color, and this is like that. And it's really unlike any color I've seen before, so it was a must-have for me, and it is beautiful. In fact, I'm wearing it today on the inner. Ooh, love it. Okay, the next color is Brassy. This is like a champagne gold. So it's called Brassy. It's even got like a hint. It's got a hint of that like metallic-y gold, but it's not like true dark orangey brown gold. It's more on the champagne, like lighter. Very pigmented. This is more of a shimmer, so it's highly shiny. This is so pretty. I have been using this all over my eyelid. I have been using it mixed with some of the darker colors to kind of make a shimmer. I've been using it as an eyeliner. I've been using it underneath. It is just, whew, it's the perfect color. And ladies, this is going to be your best friend for the holiday season. When you want those golds and reds and blacks and the smoky eyes for all your holiday parties, you're going to want to have the Brassy color in your back pocket. Okay, next is the color Chipper. This is like a chocolate brown, light chocolate brown. It's kind of got some tones of like some reddish undertones. So it's just your average brown, perfect blending, perfect matte, totally matte. What I love about these palettes is you get a little bit of each. You can totally do a matte look with the matte colors. You can do only pearl. You can do both pearl. You can do only shimmer. And then you can, of course, mix them all. And I love that you have so many different options. This is stunning in the crease. Like, so, so pretty. The next color is Swanky. And this, to me, is a little bit more of a brassy tone. It's definitely brown. Some high, so the lighter part of this is almost got a hint of like gray again. Each one almost has a little bit of hints of gray. Sort of back to that taupey, like it's an undescribable color. It is so pretty too. I don't know what to say about these. Okay, the next color is called Forthright. This is a very, very, very deep, like dark chocolate brown. Again, it's got some tones of like, I don't want to keep saying gray, but really it's like that gray khaki color again mixed into it. It's just so pretty. This is also going to be your perfect best friend for anything smoky eye. This whole palette is your best smoky eye friend. And then the last color is called Zealous. Again, this is a pearl-like color. It's got some brassy golden tones. It's sort of a mix between Chipper and Forthright, and then mixed with the pearlized color. It is so pretty. It's got little flecks of, like I said, golden brass, even little hints of almost like a maroon type color when it's really, really moots. I love them. This palette is amazing. Like I said, this probably would be my go-to if I could only choose one. Thank God I didn't have to just choose. Moving on to palette number 2. This is our cool tone palette. I mean, how pretty are these colors? Look at all of that. We've got Hopeless. This is a pearlized gray. More of a dark gray. It's definitely got some kind of like purpley undertones to this gray. The next one is Romantic, which is also pearlized. This is a light, like a heather gray, and definitely more in the silver family, where the darker gray had a little bit of the purple family. This one definitely is mostly silver. Honorable is the third color. It is a matte gray. It's got a little bit of that taupey undertone too. I mean, Unique knew what they were doing when they inserted this taupey undertone to all these colors, because it is making these colors like nothing like you have before. And I have tons of MAC products. I have the Naked palettes. Like, these are colors, they're just slightly different. And when I say slightly, like just enough different that you are going to want to try these. The next color is Blissful. This is a very similar color to Romantic over here, these two. However, this one's pearlized and this one's shimmery. So this is going to be like if you're really wanting, like, let's say you're doing a dark, dark smoky eye and you really want that glittery, glamorous going out on the town, Blissful is where it's at. If you're looking for more of like a work appropriate, day appropriate, then you're going to want to stick with Romantic. Okay, Cocky is a dark, the darkest dark brown. And real quick, I'm just to show you, I'm going to show you Forthright compared to, Forthright was the really dark brown on this one, over on this one, and this is Cocky. See how it's definitely darker? Ooh, they're not the same, people, and they look different, and they are different. Cocky and Honorable together for a matte combo, it is literally beautiful. And I love matte. I always prefer matte, and I mean, I love my shimmer and I love my pearl too, don't get me wrong. And I usually add them afterwards, but I love matte colors. So when I saw all three of these palettes with their matte color option, whew, so excited. So excited. It's beautiful. It's got the gray, it's got a little bit of the purpley taupe undertone that we talked about with Honorable and with Hopeless. You're going to want to have this. Cocky is literally probably going to be the #1 eyeliner with our little eyeliner duo pen brush. It's so pretty. In fact, let's do a little demo. So with the brush, you either want to spray it with rose water, or you can even get it wet with the shine wipes because they have enough oil in them. Just dip it in Cocky. Make sure it really gets on the bottom of that brush. Okay, I'm gonna just do a little demo. We're gonna segue from this eyeshadow demo to just show you a couple little fun things you can do. So this is now with the rose water, which gets it significantly more wet. I'm telling you, this is such a pretty color. Alright, Perplexed. This is basically the big brother, the darker big brother of Hopeless. So they're both pearlized. They both have purpley undertones. They're definitely gray, but they have a bluish purple is also pearl. So there's really only one shimmer in this entire palette, and that's this middle guy, which we talked about, Blissful. The rest are pearlized if they're shimmery. Perplexed is one of them. And then Peppy is like navy, your darkest navy blue mixed with charcoal. So it's mostly black. It's going to look black if you wear it as an eyeliner. It's going to look really dark if you wear it in the crease. But if you kind of fan it out, there's definitely some blue undertones. Okay, palette number 3. Each palette has 7 colors, which is also a total perk. Okay, now when I said if I had to choose one, I would choose palette number 1 because I like the warm colors. That said, and I think palette number 2 is beautiful too. I love those cool tones. But palette number 3 has an interesting mix of like cool and warm, and that is also, so I have a feeling that palette number 3 is going to be pretty popular. It's also very, very pretty. Okay, first color on palette number 3 is Tickled. This is like a pink, it's definitely got pink in it. It's a brown though, but it's like pink tan. This is probably been my #1 transition color. So I've used the bone color that we talked about in the first palette a lot as my base, and I have used Tickled a lot as my blending. I'll just kind of rub that into the brow bone before I do my color, even if I'm doing the gray colors, because I just think it's got that nice like natural earthy skin tone, and it makes every color look so pretty. The next color is also probably one of my favorites. It's called Ecstatic. Ecstatic is shimmer. It's not pearl. It is definitely in the bronze family. It would be very similar to, again, in the first palette, Swanky, I guess, is pretty close. Definitely different. So this one is Swanky from the first palette. This one definitely has more gold. Swanky had a little bit of that taupey color we talked about in such detail. Determined is the third color. And this is like, it's a tan, kind of khaki. Maybe like your true khaki color. All the other ones I said had tones. This is pretty true. Also very similar to the bone color we talked about, but probably about 2 or 3 shades darker. So again, perfect transition color. If you're using that bone all over your lid, this would be really great to just kind of come in and chisel out that crease before you really chisel it out with a darker, notably darker color. Smitten. Now this is what I mean by, now we've just gone over like these two were pretty warm, and now we're getting into some cool. Smitten is it is definitely a silver. It's similar to, in palette 2, similar to Romantic. Very similar, actually. So that, again, That's why this is so great when you have multiple palettes or when you're just buying one, because you're getting a little bit of each palette. But then when you have all three, you're not really duplicating. Like, they're definitely their own color. So it's really great because I can use, now that I have all three, I can use all 21 colors for their own use. But if I was only just getting one, I'm getting kind of similar colors from the other two palettes. So it's really great that way. Very, very smart. Okay, Flip It. Flip It and Cheeky. It's hard, I'm sorry about this lighting. These are both purple tones. Flip It is like lilac. It's got pearl, so it's shimmery. Oh, it is so, so pretty. Lilac really is the best color, like, way to describe it. Just, it's got some gray in it. Flip It and Cheeky, Flip It and Smitten would be beautiful, and then Cheeky in the crease. Because these three, so, so pretty. Cheeky is a shimmer. Cheeky is a shimmer, but it's definitely a darker purple. So pretty. If you've got green eyes, or even blue, they're kind of like hazel in between, purples are sometimes your best friends, and these make really, really, really pretty eyeliners. So again, if you guys don't have this liner shader brush, you need to get it. Most liner brushes, and let me just see if I can flip through and find one. Of course I can't in this moment. Are much thinner. Well, here's one, but this is a round one. But see how much thinner that is? That's almost half. And most eyeliners are about this thin, even if they're angled, rounded, whatever. This one is so wide, but it's so, so thin that it, like, let me see. It tapers to a point all the way along. So it's even thinner than the actual width of the brush. See how thin that is? I'm telling you, this makes the best eyeliner. And if you're not great at eyeliner, using a brush for eyeliner, this is literally like mistake free. This is like for anyone. The skinnier ones can get a little bit more precise sometimes, so those are used for more like makeup. Most makeup artists will have some skinny ones because they know what they're doing. But if you're just a regular lady, this is like easy. So easy to use. Again, I highly recommend having this brush. Like I was saying, if you want to use the color Cheeky, this purple color, as a liner, it is so, so pretty. It is dark enough, you can use it over a darker color like this Irate. Let's just get into this real quick. Irate is jet black. Like your true, true, true blackest matte black. Love it. I said earlier that the other color was going to be the most popular. I lied. I forgot about Irate at that moment. This is going to be the #1 eyeliner because most people, if you're like me, we like jet black eyeliner. It's just the way it is. Especially when you're going with like a winged eyeliner and it's a really noticeable line. This is your color. If you were to use Irate in the crease, like really darken in the crease, you could then go back over that dark color with the color like Cheeky, which is going to be equally dark, so it's not going to take away from the dark, but it's going to add some purpley shimmery flecks. It's going to be literally beautiful, and especially if you have these two last colors paired with something like Tickled on the lid or just even in the crease, but some of that showing, really, really, really pretty. And then you can go back in, of course, and use a color like Smitten right underneath the brow. Not too much, but it's going to make it a very, very pretty look. So, these 3 palettes are so beautiful. Like, maybe one of the better products. I mean, I love the 3D mascara, don't get me wrong, but these 3 are going to be some must-haves. These are going to be new bestsellers, I am telling you. I know my makeup, and I have been patiently waiting for some pressed powders from Unique, and they have arrived, and boy have they arrived, ×3. So, get your hands on these. Again, these are cruelty-free, these are vegan, gluten-free. I mean, this is a quality product. This is something that you can sleep in without breaking out. If you're like me, I can sometimes suffer from eczema on my eyes specifically. I can wear this all day long without itching. I have used all, the pearl, the shimmer, and the matte of these. Totally fine. Not at all irritating my face. So, this is quality. Literally, it's quality. And this one palette, hello, is gonna last you forever. That is a lot of eyeshadow. These are made in the USA. That's also a huge deal. They're formulated in the USA or in Germany. They're up to European regulation standards. That's the highest in the world. The US has the lowest ingredient regulations for makeup. The lowest. One of the lowest, I should say. Not the very lowest, but it's low. And so a lot of times the competitors are like, you know, maybe the product is beautiful, maybe they work really well, but they're filled with a lot of junk, and our products aren't. So I highly recommend you give it a try and let me know how it goes. Okay,